Hello there, it's Sean, and welcome to the Complete Closer Challenge. And what you're seeing here is a step-by-step challenge. It's completely free that I've put together, okay, and it consists of 12 simple parts with a full-blown master tracker. And this tracker, the link to access this file is in the video description. So just scroll down, get the link. You'll see this exact sheet. Okay, go to File, make a copy, and give access to team@seansena.com to view and edit so that I can monitor your progress as you go. And you can see this 12 parts, okay, consists of 22 simple action steps that we can just simply model after what I've done, okay, that I can track what you're doing, and I can give you feedback, and I can support you through the next 12 days. The 12 parts have been split into 12 days, but you don't have to really do one day at a time. It's designed for people who want to understand what we do as remote closers, apartment sellers, or even some of us business owners with our own high-ticket offers. Because I've been receiving questions from you guys like, how do I do this? And how does that work? And you know, what's inside this? And it's in parts. It's in very small, disjointed, compartmentalized parts. One part here, one part there. So I put everything together, and as you can see, this challenge is completely free with no upsells, no order bumps, no sales pitches, nothing whatsoever. And if you look through the tabs itself, you will see that this is indeed a full-blown program. And I do want you to actually treat this as a paid program. And just imagine that you have already invested thousands into this program. And in fact, if you really think about it, just by going through these action steps, you are actually paying. You are paying with your energy, with your time, and with your money. And the only difference is that this was actually created, done, and lived by a full-time closer. I've been doing this for a career since 2018 full-time. Okay, and as you go through this, you'll see things like list building, the script, you know, your personal brand, and you'll see that a lot of new coaches come in and they will kind of say the same thing. And I've been doing this since 2018. Okay, so this is based on what I've actually done. And how you know the difference is that when you have actually done this as a career, you know, there's going to be documentations, there's going to be demonstration, there's going to be actual proof, and this is a journey, a very real journey that I've gone through, right? So if you go to some of these mentors and you ask, well, you know, how to find opportunities, can you actually demonstrate, right? You say things like network and, you know, document and, you know, just DM business owner, or can you actually demonstrate? If they can demonstrate and show you exactly what they have done, I can tell you then they are legit. But if they duck your questions, if you ask them questions and they don't reply exactly, and they give you more theory, more inspiration, but there's no documentation, there's no proof, you know, there's no demonstration, then you know they probably haven't actually closed as a career. You know, like, who did you actually close for, right? So because this is done by an actual full-time closer, all you need to do, I've already broken down the missions and the action steps. All you need to do is to follow exactly as I've listed here. And even if you reach a part where, oh no, Sean, you know, I don't really understand how to do this, okay, just go ahead and label block here, and then I'll just go to your sheet and I'll help you through it. Okay, treat this as a paid program. Okay, because for a lot of us, we have invested thousands of our hard-earned money, months and months, if not years, of our precious time into doing a lot of these programs that are just coming into this space, and we don't know who created this, we don't know if they have actually closed before, and a lot of these things are very similar to what I've been putting out on my YouTube channel, right? If you go over to my YouTube channel, you'll see that a lot of these things I've been putting over the years, right? And people are just taking it and turning it into programs that they're charging for thousands and thousands of dollars. And upon completing these programs, you know, we don't get demonstrations, we don't get guidance, we don't understand the nuances, and then we're stuck. So before investing all that money and time into all those theory programs that you don't know what's behind, Okay, treat this as an actual paid program. It's completely free, but give this your 100%, okay, because this has been designed in such a way that anyone from any country, okay, whatever, like I'm not even based in the US or UK, I'm in Singapore, I work opposite time zones. Okay, a lot of my students have similar disadvantages, and it all works for us. So as long as you follow the simple action steps that I've laid out, okay, you will see results. Because in my mind, the way that I've broken this down is that as long as you just show up, fill up the cells, and do exactly as we have outlined here, there is no way that you're not gonna see results. Okay, that is the intention that I have when I was creating this program. Okay, so before we get started, go to the link in the description and get this tracker out, this master tracker. File, make a copy, give team@SeanSena.com access to view and edit. Okay, and as I monitor this roadmap of yours, okay, I can see your progress, I can see how many business owners you are contacting, I can see how many interviews you're doing, I can see the calls you book and the calls you take, so I can support you through every step of the way. Okay, so without further ado, let's begin with day one, okay, which is your bare bones setup. And I say this is a $0, but actually there will be things that you kind of need to get. Okay, the basic stuff. You obviously need your computer. Okay, you need Wi-Fi, you need a decent microphone, okay, and you need a webcam that you can just use to show yourself. Zoom account, completely free. My first microphone, okay, was just $10. Okay, and these things you can get at a very affordable price. So don't waste too much time on getting like fancy thing. Like as long as you're good to go, you can just go Zoom, just get a free account. Okay, your Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, these are the big three. Okay, go set it up. It's all free. The main one I want to talk about, okay, is your environment. Your environment, and it's not just a physical environment. It really is, if you think about it, it is an energetic environment. You need to draw boundaries for yourself, for the people who may or may not be in that space. And these curtains are still with me right now. And the reason why I use it to block it out is because I'm in Singapore and I set and close through US time zones. So in my midnight and onwards, I'm working through the night. In the daytime, I'm sleeping, and so I have to block out the sunlight so that I can actually sleep properly. Okay, so this is my life that I've actually lived through. This was my $10 microphone and my last $2 that I had. And this is me working through my simple closer environment. And I optimize my space to say that, okay, when I come to this desk, I'm taking calls. I'm not going to be disturbed. I'm going to lock my door. I'm not going to let whoever is around me know that, okay, look, when I'm working on my computer, I know I'm at home all the time. But it doesn't mean that I'm free to be interrupted all the time. These are sales calls that I'm taking, and I do not wish to be disturbed. And because I know that a lot of closers, when you work, right, people see that you're at home all the time. So they intrude your space, they ask you to run errands, they get you to do whatever kind of stuff, and you are texting people, you are on your shift, you are taking sales calls, so you do need to draw out proper boundaries so that as you're working, you will not be disturbed. Okay, and another important thing is your Google Calendar. Okay, this is actually a reflection of your performance. Okay, your Google Calendar, you need to have proper time blocks. Not just to work all the time. There will be times where you need to take calls. Yes, like the ones in green. There will be times where you need to study. There will be times where you need to implement and build whatever you need to build, personal time, whatever, and then some miscellaneous random projects that you may or may not have going on the side. What I don't wish to see is people coming into this space and they say, well, Sean, I'm gonna go all in, right? Or Sean, I'm going to give this my 100%. And they just let life pull them into multiple directions. And my question to you is why? because this is an online business. You know, when you do remote closing, it is your one-man online business. And as with any business that you build, that first year, it is not going to be easy. There's going to be chaos, there's going to be unexpected things, because you are steering your own ship. And when you're steering your own ship, you're going to have the discipline, the mental discipline to say that, okay, if an emergency comes up here, I may have to rearrange some of the things here to continue my flow. If there's something that I got to attend in the week, I might park it here so that my flow continues, right? This takes a lot of mental discipline to steer your ship properly. And on the other extreme, you also have people not just being pulled in multiple directions, but they get so hardworking with the things that are not that important. And, you know, for example, creating content, right? So they spend the whole day creating reels and documenting their day and posting. And instead of taking calls and closing, they now become full-time content creators. And I'm like, for what? Right? So as you're going through your setup, don't just think that, okay, I'm just putting the parts together. Okay, you are designing a new environment. You're creating a new energetic space. You're creating your own time with your schedule. You're essentially creating a new life. And for this day one mission, if you look at it carefully, it's going to take you an hour or less to just prime everything. Don't waste too much time trying to perfect everything. Just set it up and you can perfect the rest of it over time. Okay? Keep it simple and don't overcomplicate it. So for day one, your mission, you can see it's over here. Okay, set up your computer, your Wi-Fi, your microphone, your webcam. Just get it done quickly. Okay, the date, just put it today. Okay, and then your Zoom, Facebook, LinkedIn, Instagram again. Okay, and some of you will say that wait a minute, Sean. I'm actually doing a full-time job. I work a 9 to 5. Okay, so what you do is you look at your actual calendar, right? And maybe from 9 to 5 you're working here. So do you have 2-3 hours after your work on weekdays? And do you have the weekends to fulfill these simple missions at your own time? If you do, simply go to the start and end date here, okay, and plan out your time properly so that by the end of 2 weeks at least, you can complete the entire challenge, okay, or even faster than that, okay, or anything that you need to document and send it to me, you can just archive it here. Okay, and any notes or coaching notes that I have back for you, I'm going to file it over in this column as well. So this organizer is a very effective way for me to communicate with, you know, there's so many of you sending me your questions and your work. Okay, we can simply go back and forth and then I can see everyone's work. Okay, and this is just between me and you, so no one else will ever see it. Okay, we're going to keep it private. And you can plan, because now you can see that, okay, what's not done and what are the actual needle movers. I don't want to be creating reels all the time. I want to know exactly what I need to do to see that I can actually build this, whether it's full-time, whether it's part-time. Like, I can see for myself that, you know what, I can actually do this. I can start seeing results, I can start seeing my momentum, and most importantly, I start getting that confidence that, okay, I can actually do this. Okay, so follow the roadmap as it is. It's pretty straightforward. And comment below, okay, an insight that you have, a takeaway, or even a question, okay, or something that you want to share, or something that I may have missed, okay, or a learning point in the comments below that helps this video gain more visibility. And you can see that I have put in my Facebook and Instagram. Okay, for Facebook it is at the Sean Sena. This is my page. You can see facebook.com at the Sean Sena. This is me. Okay, or my Instagram at Sean X Sena. Okay, this is my account. Reach out and let me know that you have completed day one by simply typing this hashtag mission_1 done. Send it to me and then I'll look at your sheet and I'll see how is your progress and I can support you from there. So day one should be done very quickly. Okay.